It was a cool Friday morning when I finally installed the new iron gate on my ranch's main entrance. I wasn't expecting a parade for exercising my property rights, but what I got instead was HOA President Deborah Crenshaw marching up my driveway like a woman possessed. Her face was beet red, clipboard clutched so tight I thought it might snap. "You can't block a shared access road," she barked, pointing dramatically at the freshly welded gate. I raised an eyebrow. "This is my private drive, Deborah. You're trespassing." That only fueled her fire. She claimed I was violating HOA easement bylaws, even though my land had never been part of their suburban association. What she didn't know, what I had been waiting to reveal, was that the bank had sold her mortgage last quarter. And guess who picked it up for pennies on the dollar? That's right, me. I'd had my eye on her property for a while. Not because I wanted it, but because she'd made my life hell for 2 years. First, she sent fake violation notices for unapproved fencing. Then came the threats of fines over unauthorized livestock, on a working cattle ranch, no less. The sow, woman was obsessed with control, so I did what any tired, savvy landowner would do. I went legal, bought her debt, and with it, the leash she thought she held over everyone else. When I calmly mentioned that her mortgage was now in my name, her smug smile evaporated. "You're lying," she said, voice cracking. I pulled out the paperwork from my truck's glove box and handed it to her. Her hands trembled as she read the bank's letterhead and saw my name printed clear as day. "If you'd like to discuss terms," I said, "I'm free next week. Otherwise, please stay off." My land. The gate clicked shut behind me with satisfying finality as she stood there frozen, the power dynamic shattered. The woman who used to slap fines on neighbors for leaving trash cans out an extra hour now needed my goodwill to keep her home. As I drove off down the gravel path, I couldn't help but smile. Deborah wasn't just locked out of my land that day. She was locked out of the illusion of control she'd clung to for years. And this time, the rules weren't on her clipboard. They were in my hands.